Beautiful billionaires, how una dey? The ogbonge tori when I carry cannot be small thing, my people, the shele. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click on that subscription button so that when I upload, and turn on your notification button so that when I upload new videos, now you go first dey get the alert. Come here to read this one long, my people. This one is long. Come and hear expose. Not be small thing, my people. The thing wey don dey shele under our very very nose. Now, this story when I carry come so, it affects if it be your sister tomorrow. If it be your brother tomorrow, so make you not scroll past. Watch this video as it be say na matter arising. In fact, it's a matter of urgency. And this video is all about rescuing Ejiro. So this our sister Ejiro Daniel, according to the name when we yesterday they call her. They say she even changed her last name. Apparently that is not her last name, my people. So the story when they reach us, they talk say Abba Heart Ministry that is owned by or pastored or prophetess that is pastored by Joy Irokwe Solomon. Irokwe Solomon don't capture and kidnap our beautiful sister when they call Ejiro. The family member don't they cry out since even though they reached more than 2 years ago now. Say in their sister, they know they hear from her. Say she don't cut off ties with her family and she's decided to become like missing person. Sometimes she go contact them, sometimes she go show her face, but sometimes she go disappear. They say the last time when they see say she did active for inside her life now when she come out, the last time now when she did for Abuja, she can't come out say she just wants to stay up by herself. She wants to be on her own. She cut ties with her family, sell her properties, even hand over the house when she dey stay, a rented house when she dey stay to one of the ex-member. It's not an ex-member when they call Bishop Taye. My people, the matter long not be small thing, no. So as the thing they share, they don't talk say, Ejiro has been missing. What is going on? Where is Ejiro? Where is Ejiro now? So the matter can't come out. So Ejiro by herself, she can't come out. Go live yesterday for one platform. I don't know where she for go live. Now so she can't come out. Can't talk. Say see as I did for you. Now she do that video. A lot of people have been coming out to say that even her body language show that she's under duress. It shows that she has been hypnotized and she's been brainwashed and she's not even herself. My people, make I play the video for now. When she take come out live, come talk say she there for you. She never buy you. Say she's not under any duress. Say she she give her properties to the work of God. For the ministry of Abba Heart Ministry that is owned by Joy Irokwe Solomon, my people. Make una watch the video.
Hello everyone, welcome to my very first live session, and it's unfortunate it has to be this one. Waiting for more people to join in. We have 2 people here right now. Okay, so I am actually the Ejiro, the most talked about Ejiro online currently. The acclaimed missing lady, and I'm here to speak on the alleged kidnapping, death, cajole, and all that people have been talking about. And first up, I'm alive and well. I was never kidnapped, cajoled, or hypnotized, like some people said. I'm actually addressing this a bit late because first of Instagram disabled my account, so I've been off social media for a while, and I was just recently notified that there is a search for me in Manhunt where on NHS page saying I'm missing and all that, and accusing the innocent. I'm truly shocked, I'm surprised, and I just had to address it this evening. There is nothing wrong with me. I am not missing. My family, my old line was actually on up until the 4th of, up until the 4th of January this year. They could reach me whenever they could. I just distanced myself from them because I wanted to be alone, and it has to be a lot of family issues. I don't want to even bring most of them here, and personal issues myself. So distancing myself from my family, I don't see it as a big deal. I actually went to meet them sometime in January, towards the end of January, because my brother was about, my brother and my younger sister were all over the place accusing people, looking for me. So I had to go meet them. I went to my younger sister's store in Abuja, and due to that confrontation, it led to several issues. Like, they harassed my friends. It was a lot of things. They now took it that we ended up in 3 police stations, and every police station we went to that day threw out the case that, first off, I am not a child. I'm an adult over 18 years old. I have the right to do whatever I want to do, so there is no case there. And I told them to back off, thinking that everything has ended. I changed my number. Yes, I just wanted a difference. I just wanted to start my life all over again. And now I'm seeing several allegations about me, and I'm just surprised. I shut down my own business. Now my own grown business I grew by myself. Not with my father's money, not with my mother's money. And I grew the business it was like almost 8 years old. And I was having a lot of psychological breakdown. I decided to take a step back from my own business. And now they are busy accusing somebody else, saying that the person told me to shut down my, Prophet Joy to be precise, that she told me to shut down my business. And I'm surprised because it's my own business. I can decide what to do with it. Pastor Ejiro can testify. I remember I was having a meltdown, a breakdown. It was a milestone birthday for me, and I was having a breakdown. I knew I had to just take a step back from that one. But I don't know. It's annoying and very. I'm disappointed I have to come on here to start explaining my own life to everybody. But because this is what it is, I have to just clarify things, not because of me, but for every other person involved in this, right? I took a step back from my fashion business in 2023, towards the ending of 2023. And I don't think I owe anybody any explanation for that. I explained to my siblings that I'm taking time off, yes, off the business. But it's nobody's business. I'm surprised that I have to come. Yes, and let's even assume, okay, this said allegation that I gave everything now. Do I need anybody's permission to do that? But even at that, I left that one aside. This is really embarrassing for me to come on live here and start talking about things like this. It's very, for me, I feel very, very exposed. I feel very embarrassed. I feel very disgraced. Like, I can't believe that I'm all over the internet. And if one has to be famous for this missing and, being hypnotized, I'm surprised with all this rubbish they've said. And I know that even coming live to talk about this now still would not clarify anything, because people will still go about saying what they want to say, right? But I just needed to just clarify that, see, I'm alive and well, not cajoled by anybody, not hypnotized, not, what else have they said? Because I just joined social media, and I've seen all sorts. Seriously, I am, at this point, I feel like people are doing me dirty. This is not fair. You understand? So the business apart, now down to the apartment. They're talking about me leaving my house. It's my own house, my property. My rent expired. Okay, prior to this, right, I had a lot of debt I had to sort out, right? And at the point, because I stopped the business, the way I stopped it, I could barely afford my rent. And I thought, okay, maybe let me just leave. I'm going to move out from them. My siblings asked me what I wanted to do. I told them I don't know yet. Let me just leave the house for now. But it's embarrassing to say this, that they were more concerned about my property than me itself, than my own life and my own, they waved it aside like it was nothing serious for them. They were asking about properties, and I left my own house, and they still went to my own house that I pay with my own money, properties I bought with my own money. When they're abusing people, accusing people, I gave it out to someone. Yes, I breached the contract. Though, yes, there was someone via connection of Abba Heart that said that needed a space, and we had an agreement. Okay, come in, renew the rent. I'll leave the house for you. And now the said person also went online. I'm not going to be. Tai went online to say all sorts of rubbish. Tai was not there. Tai was not informed about the transaction that went down behind the scene, about me being paid for the properties that he got. But I don't think I owe him such explanation. That's one aside. I left the house, and I'm just trying to figure out my own life. I don't understand why people are now saying that I was scheduled to sell my things, and gave it to the said church, to the said online group, it's an occultic group and everything like that. Honestly, it's a lot, because to be honest, the past few days have been very traumatizing for me. I wasn't going to come say anything. I thought it was something that would fizzle out, but it's becoming a ripple effect. So I need to come clarify several things. I was never in any way cajoled. I was never in any way, hypnotized to come to let go of my properties. So please, everybody, I want you guys to just back out from all of this. And to my said siblings that all of a sudden are showing me love, and this is the way you think you can do me dirty, showing me love, even after the altercation that happened in January. Honestly, I'm very, very sad. I'm very disappointed. You guys forgot that. And first off, these same people that are accusing and saying that they cannot find me, right? We chat they send me mails. 2 weeks ago was my birthday. They all sent me emails. They could reach me on email. My kid sister and I have been chatting on emails before, via my Google Mail before this. On my birthday, she sent me money and sent me, they all sent me messages on email with my email address. But my rent address feel that's not satisfactory enough. So while at NHN is doing all the investigation, but nobody told her that they could reach me on email. She never reached out to me via my email address before all this accusation. And people are riding on the fame at my own detriment, at my own reputation currently. Like, everybody's coming out to just catch this 5 minutes fame at my own detriment, all because. And the funny part about it, if you even look at the underlying message, nobody's really concerned about me. It's more they are more worried about Prophet Joy Solomon, because that's who they are after. They are about to get. And every other person, every other so-called person out there doing disclaimers, I've forgotten how good she was to them. I'm very emotional. I'm lost for words. I don't even want to say anything, because there is no way I was scammed off my property, and I want everybody to know that nobody scammed me, nobody cajoled me. I am in my right frame of mind right now. I wasn't going to come out to say anything about this, but with the way it's going and with the way people are riding on this 2 minutes fame, I had to come out and talk. I am fine, I am well. I just don't want to talk to for now, I'm staying away from my own family. I just don't want to be with them right now. It's okay. I'm allowed to do that. I'm an adult. I'm allowed to do anything I want to do at this stage of my life. And then them making a caricature of this whole thing, laugh as in, it's practically very terrifying. People's comments online, I don't care. Actually, those are strangers. I don't owe anybody an explanation. But please, most importantly, I attended a spiritual course. Yes, Nebat. I was there. 4.0, 3.0, 4.0, and 5.0. For me, I will still stand on it. It's one of the best decisions I've ever taken, because my spiritual enlightenment has moved to another level. There was no way Prophet Joy scammed me of my own property. I did not give her any money. There's nothing like that. And for every other person, first of all, it's quite disappointing, seeing the level of betrayal online and people saying all sorts. The same people she has been so kind to, the same people she has been so good to. It's alarming. And I don't think anybody has a right to castigate my own, my own denomination of my own faith or belief. Currently she's the person I follow, yes, and I stand on that. She's a prophet over my life currently, and I'm not ashamed of that. People saying everything is contrary to their belief, to each his own. That's why we have several churches. I'm even surprised at how Christians, are tearing down Christians. It's alarming how, the damages we do to the church. We, the church ourselves, are pulling down people. And it's alarming how, the alleged love at NHN, and it's becoming a caricature. I'm surprised. I'm shocked. Did you ever reach out to me? If you had really done your investigation, you would have realized that these same people that said they've not seen me in months or over a year, sent me mails. They could reach me via email in this modern age and time. At NHN, you have my email address, because we went to talk it together and there were information passed. You could have reached out to me. Do the best. Then let's even assume I was kidnapped and I was. Why are people so concerned about the way people are going about it? I'm wondering, how is it helping me? In what way is this helping? I'm quite disappointed. I'm disappointed that even the tire that benefited as well. And he went about saying that they just gave him just 10 million naira. Really? The current house you're living in was paid for fully by Prophet Joy Solomon. Your wife's hospital bill that you said they abandoned you, right, was paid. Every antenatal bill, every feeding bill, everything about your life was taken. She did everything right for you. You were second in command, and at a little storm, you came out to do live. Wow. Saying they abandoned you. Wow. It is well. God will judge all of us in all of these things. My siblings, first to my siblings, right? When we went to the station, you guys did me 33 police stations because arrested my friends, harassed my friends. I did not say anything. My kid sister told me she was sorry. I forgave her. I didn't say anything. But now you people are going all out. And, the painful part about it is not even, the so-called care and love is not even about me. It's about Prophet Joy Solomon. Everybody just look at it this way. Okay, the victim, the church, there's a prophet. What did she do? What exactly is wrong? Everybody said they are victims. Now, other people are using this platform now to come out and say their own. I'm surprised. Where are these people? What camp are you people talking about? Where are the so-called missing people? I don't even understand. I'm shocked at what's going on out there. And the most painful part about all this is the fact that internet never forgets. And this is the footprints people are leaving about me in the guise of love. Ejiro is missing. My phone number, my old phone number was active till the 4th of January. My so-called siblings did not even. I remember. The 1st of January, I looked at my phone and I said, "Oh, these people did not call. Nobody said wish me happy New Year." I was the one sending them messages. The so-called love they're talking about, none of them has even, none of them even called to say, "Oh, what are you doing in your life? How can we be of assistance to you?" None of them. And these are the same people that I'm not going to, let's not air dirtiness. I'm not going to air dirtiness on the internet. I just want to let everybody know that I'm fine, I'm well. See, all these people should just please back off all these scandals and scam, all this dirty talk about Prophet Joy. Prophet Joy did not do me anything. She is not who you think she is. Most people that are coming out to actually even give their the so-called admins, all of them can testify to how kind she has been to them. Every one of them. I'm a witness to how kind she has been to you people. At NHNMA, you've also been a party to scandal, but it's amazing that you're the one actually doing this too. And in the guise of your so-called, you reached out to me, right? And yes, we spoke last year. You were worried about me and you asked me, and I told you, I said, "Ma'am, come, yes, I'm trying to sort out my life." You are aware of everything that was going on with me last year. And I told you, and I said, "I'll be fine. I'm trying to sort out my life." And I don't understand all this. I am missing, Ejiro is missing. Okay, now it's okay, this is the Ejiro here. I am not missing. I am alive and well. I refuse to disclose my location to. If that's what you people are looking for, sorry, I'm not going to say that. If this video is not convincing enough, then it's okay. Keep on doing what you want to do. Keep on doing what you're doing. Please ride on the fame very well. If it will take you to heaven, it's fine. And everybody that is saying I've been brainwashed, physically abused, then pray. See, the Bible said we all ourselves nothing but pray for me. See, just pray. That's all I'll say. Pray for me. Then all this old thing, everybody is going on, man on, riding on this old fame. Nigeria does not have any other problem right now. It's Ejiro that's the main problem. Well, thank you for your love. I'm fine. I'm well. I'm alive. And please, every other person, God is the same God that we all call. It is well. For every other person out there with their disclaimers, well, it has been foretold. We all knew that. It was said to all of us, so it's okay. And for every other idiot that will come online now and say nonsense, God bless you too. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
You see how she don't come out, come narrate. Before this a live video when she take come out that yesterday, so even Pastor Bishop Taye, the ex-prophet of this, it was an ex-admin or ex-member or ex-pastor or ex-bishop of this same ministry when we talk about. So before this live video when Ejiro come out, come out, come talk say he don't know where Ejiro dey. Say see even in your experience, when he experienced with the ministry, when he take join, I think around sometime about 5 years ago when he take join the ministry, my people make una watch the video when ex-bishop ex-bishop Taye narrate his own experience. How they even want make he separate himself, from his family and all that. How he narrate how he take move come out for Lagos, how he take start the ministry, how he take move come out for Lagos, enter Abuja, come they stay for that Ejiro house. When the family they talk say the last person when they see for Ejiro house na this Bishop Taye, he don't come out now come talk say see as he own waka. Say he not be member of the ministry again. No, he can't narrate his own story and his own experience. People now watch the video.
Mr. Taye, also known as Bishop Taye, formerly of Abba Heart Ministry. I've been compelled to make this video because lately my name has been in the news concerning some also known as Bishop Tai. Hi, my name is Tai, also known as Bishop Tai, formerly of Abba Heart Ministry. I've been compelled to make this video because lately my name has been in the news concerning some not so pleasant issues concerning the whereabouts of Ejiro, and so I've spoken with my legal team and they've advised I come out to speak and say my side of the story. So please indulge me. I would begin from when I first came in contact with Abba Heart Ministry. I once served there, and that was in 2021. After COVID, I was told the ministry began in 2020 when COVID happened, but I joined in 2021, precisely in the month of April, and it was just a regular Wednesday service. 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. every Wednesday. A friend invited me. In fact, this friend who invited me was a co-founder. She founded that ministry with Joy Solomon. Her name is Amarachi. When all this got out, she actually reached out to me. I hope you're fine. So she reached out. She invited me to join the prayer meeting, and so I joined the first time, and it was just purely prayers. I liked the sense of fellowship, and I said, okay, I would join us forthgoing. And so weekly I joined the service, and that happened up until the time she left the ministry, and that's the person who invited me, Amarachi. And I was still attending fellowships just as a regular member until sometime in June, July. I was reached out to, I think it was the same person that reached out to me and told me they would like me to be on the workforce of the ministry, to work as an admin and help them handle some prayer sessions, which I was open to. So I told them no problem, and so I joined the workforce team and ministered when required, prayed with people, led prayer sessions during the Wednesday services, and that was it until sometime in August, I think September 2021, when Joy Solomon reached out to me. She called me and she was like she needed to see me on a particular Sunday, and that I could come and meet her somewhere and in a demo. So I said, okay, no problem. I was supposed to have a church program somewhere in administration, but I said I would go see her. So I went on this particular day, and I didn't even know what to expect. I didn't know the purpose of the call or the purpose of why I was invited to visit. I met some members of the ministry. Not all of them are actually, or were there at the end of the ministry, but we had a little meeting, and she did mention at that point in time that she was instructed by the Holy Spirit to hand over the baton of the ministry to me because she was supposed to travel out of the country. Okay, and at first that felt overwhelming, and I didn't even know what to make of that, but eventually I accepted to do that. So she said she was going to step aside and she would no longer be in the picture. She would travel and may not have time to focus on the ministry, so she needed someone to do all that for the ministry. So I said okay, and that's how I came to become a leader in Abba Heart Ministry. And we still continue to our Wednesday fellowship. Every Wednesday we met, we prayed for people, we prayed for the nation, we prayed for the church. We just prayed as we were led at that point in time. And this was all there was to it, purely all there was to it, just Wednesday services and all that. So fast forward to 2022, and this is where it gets personal for me. Fast forward to 2022, sometime in July or so, we had a retreat at Ife, a prayer retreat. We went to Mount Carmel and we prayed, and then around that period, I was told and that I would need to stop working and go into full-time ministry. Now this was not news to me at that point in time, because right from birth, my mom told me that I had a calling and I was going to be a minister, even though I tried to run from it at a particular point. But at some other point, I just accepted and knew I was going to ministry. So when she told me that you need to leave your job and focus on ministry, I spoke with my wife. In fact, I told my wife before we got married that I would likely stop working at a particular point in time and going to full-time ministry. This was way back in 2014, 2015 when we were dating. I told her then that if something she's willing to go into with me, because the time will come when I will leave my 9 to 5 and face ministry. So when this came up and someone mentioned, Fumi also mentioned then that I'll be leaving my paid employment and coming to full-time ministry. I prayed about it and I felt peace about it as well. So I resigned from employment and focused on ministry full-time. And that took effect from October 2022. Now, without 9 to 5, it was pretty difficult to manage family and everything, the children's school, feeding, utilities, and all that. There are other obligations to family members that had to go and friends around, but somehow we're still able to manage and pull through. And there are times that nothing was even available at home, and she would reach out and say, oh, please, I sent something to you, manage. And that was what it was. At that point in time, she was also facing some challenges, and we tried to encourage each other, and this was just purely what it was. Meanwhile, at this point in time when I was facing all these difficulties, service was still ongoing, still Wednesday services, nothing out of the ordinary. And then sometime in 2023, I will try to cut some parts because I don't want this video to be unnecessarily long. Sometime in 2023, she reached out to me, and I was supposed to renew my house rent then. And she mentioned, oh, Bishop Tai, I will get a place for you to stay. You don't need to renew your accommodation where you are. And you will need to, when you're moving, you will not be taking any of your belongings. You need to give out everything you have, all your properties. At this point in time, I was occupying a 3-bedroom flat, and even though the house were filled with appliances, with possessions and everything, it took a while to declutter and give out these gifts and these properties to people who needed them, down to everything. In fact, I just bought some gadgets just weeks prior, and I had to give them out, new as it was, because she already said, oh, I'm getting your house and to be furnished. So May 2023, I moved out of where I was, and I didn't even know where we were going to, right? But eventually we ended up in an Airbnb apartment that was paid for daily, and we stayed there for a while, not up to 2 months. The rent for that place was quite high. It was paid per day, and at some point I remember telling her, "Ma'am, why don't you think it's wise for us to take this money and just rent a space annually, because the money for a month should cover the rent for a year in a normal place where you just need to furnish and all that." But she was like, "The Lord will provide. There is no need to complain. She's not footing the bills and all that." And so after almost 2 months we were there, funds dried up for her. She was not able to pay up the daily rent for that particular Airbnb, and so we had to move out, and we had to move to a motel. Now, this part that I'm saying now, some people who were members of Abba Heart Ministry or who were members of the Bias Academy would be familiar with this particular part of the story I'm about to say. So we moved to a motel in Ejiro, and it was a very dire scenario. I don't want to go into the details of that, but we had to manage for 8-9 months in that particular place and all that. And I wasn't complaining, even in the midst of all that inconvenience, in the midst of all that congestion, we were still holding services. Now, at some particular point in time prior to this, an expression had come out called Nebayat. Now, I was leading the Abba Heart Ministry, which was what I was told, and she said she was traveling out, but eventually she didn't travel out. So she still oversaw and gave direction about what the ministry should be doing. So it was more of me answering to her as a leader of the ministry at that point in time. But when Nebayat came in, Nebayat was fully in her care. If I when they did the first course, I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know. It was when they had successfully finished. She finished the first course. She was now, there's something called a prophetic academy, and she was like, you join the second cohort. And for me, it was free. She offered the scholarship, so I went. I took the cohort, and that was that. As at that point, it was still fine for me. So let me come back to the motel story. So we stayed at the motel for over 8 months, and then on sometime February 4th, I can remember the date precisely. It's February 4th of 2024. Joy Solomon reached out to me. She called me. It was on a Sunday morning, and she told me she needed to see me by 2 p.m. that afternoon. And I said, okay. I went with my jotter, I went with my journal, because I didn't know when we had meetings, we had to go with things to write. So I just thought it was a normal meeting. When I got there, we talked a bit, and then she mentioned like, the father was proud of how we selflessly give ourselves to his work, even when nothing was coming in terms of remuneration, even when we had to work in a condition that was not, because sometimes the place can be so, just a single room motel, myself, my children, my kids, my wife in a single room, and all that ministry service was still ongoing. No one knew what was happening, and she was like, the father is proud of us, and it's time for our reward, and we've done excellently well. And then I will say this openly. She sent the sum of 10 million naira to my account. She just told me to check my phone. I checked my phone. I've never seen that amount. I've never gotten that amount for myself in my life, and I thanked her and all that. And for me, it was just a new lease. And that 10 million naira was to get a house, and the instructions are followed. So she gave me 10 million naira, and then in my bank, she sent to my bank and $1,000 in cash. And that's equivalent of 1 million naira at that point in time, 1 million, 1.4 million, the exchange rate at that time. So the 1 million was to sort out logistics for relocation, flights and everything, while the 10 million was to get an apartment and furnish it. And this apartment was supposed to be in Abuja, not in Lagos. All this while we were in Lagos, right? So that was the plan. So I'm giving all this backstory to let you know how I met Ejiro, and then we'll continue from there. So that was the plan: get a house in Abuja. I had contacted an agent. He had started looking for properties for me. I had sent videos, he had sent pictures. I told him I was coming. So my meeting with Joy Solomon was in February, when she gave the money and said, you are free to go for your house. By March 7th, my flight I took a flight to Abuja. So I began the search for a house. My family was still in a cotton in the motel. I just had to go ahead to look for the house and then come back and pick them. So it was in the middle of looking for the house that she called me one evening, and she was like, Bishop Tai, you may not need to actually pay for a house. Something came up, right? And that was where Ejiro came into the picture. Before now, I have not seen Ejiro physically. I did have an interaction with her, but I didn't know she was the one. The interaction I had with her at that point was some time ago. She had reached out to me asking for prayers for her mom, who was supposed to go into surgery, and I did pray with her, and that was all I knew. I didn't know her personally, and I do get all of those requests from time to time. Almost every day I get requests for people to ask me to pray with them or seeking counsel and all that. So that was my only one and only interaction with Ejiro before this particular case, where I actually met her through Joy Solomon. Joy Solomon said there's one of our members in Abuja who wants to leave her house. She is not interested in renewing the rent. If you would like, you can go and see the space. If you like it, you can take up the occupancy of that residence and pay the rent, right? And then she added the sweetener to it, in quotes, that this person is looking to relocate out of the country, and so she may not be needing a property, so she has decided to sow the properties as seed to the ministry, right? And so I may not need to furnish the house. Interested in retaining tenancy of that house, but she'll go back and tell them that she wants it now, right? And that I can just wire the money into her account and she'll pay. Now I was a bit skeptical at that point in time. I was like, I don't like the issues of subletting. I've had cases of people who sublet and then they get thrown out, or they get the landlord say, I don't know you, the main tenant I know. So I was like, can I get to meet these property managers? But I was outvoted on that particular call, where they said, no, you have to pay agency, they want to take all the charges they usually take. So do not go, you just allow Ejiro to renew the rent. And if anyone sees you in that property, she'll just tell them you are a brother, right? And so Ejiro went ahead to tell people around that I'm a brother, and so I paid the money. I also paid for some repairs and things that were brought into the house to the taste I wanted, out of the 10 million naira I had, and that was how we began living in the house. Now, Ejiro was supposed to relocate. I was told that she would go to Lagos first and wait to relocating, and that was fine by me. But problem came sometime when her brother Ovie and her sister Jennifer came to the house. They already know her house. They knew it was her house. They came, and when I let them in, they were like, they're looking for Ejiro, that they've not been in touch with her, and they see that someone else is taking over the residence and properties are there. So that means I know Ejiro. I said, yes, I know Ejiro, and all I know is Ejiro is fine. I wonder why she's not reaching out to you guys, but I'll speak with her and let her know that you guys are being in touch. And they left that day. So when it happened, that same day I called Ejiro. I spoke with Ejiro. I spoke with Joy Solomon. I said, this is the situation with a family. They are not aware that she's not around, that she's in Lagos. I was told, oh, no, don't bother about that, we'll resolve it and everything. I had to still call Ejiro again and tell her, Ejiro, please, they are your family, put their minds at rest. At least they are siblings and they'll be worried about you. So I guess she did call and let them know that she was fine. And so there was some temporary peace. Now, at a particular point in time, now this was where things started getting a bit corny and out of hand, and where I started getting some uncomfortable feelings. So at some point in time, it became clear that every member of the admin who were close to Joy Solomon had to change their numbers and get new numbers, because they don't want people to be in undue contact with them, right? So you're supposed to get new SIMs, register it, change your bank details to the new SIM, and then destroy your old SIM. Now, the aim of this was to make people disconnect or isolated from their families, dissociate from their families. And for me and my wife, it was a touchy point for us, because we had families who, if they don't see us if they don't hear for us for a day, there's problem. So even when she kept reminding me, Bishop Tai, when are you changing your SIM? When are you getting a new SIM? I didn't budge. I didn't bother changing my SIM. And up to the point she herself got SIM cards for us in August and sent it over and said, this is the new SIM you'll be using, destroy the old SIM card. Somehow I still found the excuse on why I should use the old SIM card. And so for every other member of the admins, everyone changed their numbers and all that. And so with that, Ejiro became incommunicable. They couldn't call her again because she changed her number. So her family reached out and said, Ejiro, please. I reached out to Ejiro. I said, Ejiro, please, your family are worried again. please do not cut off communication with them. If that's the thing they have going for them right now, to know that you are fine, please do not cut off communication. So that was that, and this was one of the issues. Please, I'm just listening out so that you can understand the trajectory of events. This was one of the issues. It may look like something small, but this was one of the issues we had with the ministry that made us leave. Isolation from family members. It looked like we were disobeying instructions to change our SIM cards. Also, we're not supposed to allow family members to visit. But obviously, we are family oriented. My mother-in-law came to visit, my father-in-law came to visit, my sister came to visit us in that particular house. And when Joy Solomon heard about it, she was not so happy. In fact, she lambasted us and was like, the instruction was clear, you should not allow your family members to come in, but we are family oriented. Now, all this was to help bring us to a place where we are no longer in contact with our family. The same way you have people like this who their family have not been in touch with them, who their families cannot contact them. But that was something we refused to do, right? And it became an issue. And so, about somewhere around, I did about 2.0, that's the second edition, and I said up to that point things were still normal as much as I could pick. But after 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, those are the editions after the second edition. I began to pick things from what people said, and it became like these teachings are becoming mixed. These teachings are becoming error prone. Something is wrong somewhere. Things are no longer what they used to be. And somewhere along the line, something definitely happened with the message from after I did 2.0, 3.0. In fact, Joy Solomon told me at that point in time, at 4.0, that I had a scholarship I should come to do 4.0, and I told her I have so much riding on me at that point in time that I don't want to do 4.0. So I kind of dodged 4.0. My wife took 4.0. The 5.0, that's the last edition. She mentioned that, oh, you have to do this one. There's no escape for you this time. This is the last edition. I didn't want to do it, but somehow I felt co-opted to do it. And for those who attended that particular course, especially those who were in the same project team as me, as I was, they can attest to it that my mind was not fully there. Even when they had discussions, I was somehow quite poor. I was saying, why are you not saying anything? We know you now talk, but I was not in the place to actually mingle and interact, because I was already picking things. I was seeing things that were not aligning with my spirit. And at that point in time, I was telling my wife, we need to leave this particular ministry. These things are becoming rather what.
So now, even before the Ejiro, the so-called Ejiro now don't come out, because they thought say, see as the matter play, see as the matter play. Even the brother come out, because they thought say, Ejiro, sometimes they go see her, sometimes they not go see her. On every watch her when Ejiro, they thought say, now she take the contact in family. Even this bishop, ex-bishop now don't confirm and say, they go tell them, say, make they destroy their SIM card. Make they not they contact family, make them sell all their properties and isolate them, so that they serve God, that they do work for ministry. My people, this one that their so-called training one that they do, and they keep their captive victims, that they say that they call a Naboth Academy Prayer Court, my people. When I watch the video where his brother take come out, come talk, say, see as the matter they play for his sister, say, since his sister joined this ministry, now her life don't turn upside down. My people, when I watch the video of the brother, and also immediately when I watch the video of the brother, I go so also watch the video when the sister also cry out, come say, see what they happen to his sister, make people help them all, make people help them all. All this video came out right before Ejiro herself come out, come talk, say, see how she dey, say she dey okay, or say nothing they do am more. Yeah, he say properties for the work of God, my people. And I go see come back. Make una watch the video.
Hello everyone, so my name is Ovi Daniels and I'm Ejiro's brother. I don't know if you've seen the video or you've seen any chance post or some other people have posted where there's this story about Ejiro that people are looking for because she joined a group. So a lot of things had happened, and we had, as a family, we had tried before now to see how we can get her. If you had seen one of the videos, I think NHL posted just a short clip of the video, how she came around to the office and we're having a conversation with her, and the whole thing it was really bad. That we landed at the police station. Mitama police station in Abuja here, and we're in police station for hours. In fact, we went to 2 police stations or 3 police stations that particular day. But at the end of the day, Nigerian police, as they would do, they threw the case out. They said we don't have any business to her, because she was saying that she's not taken against her will. She doesn't want to be with family. Family has not done anything for her and everything like that. Now, I'm doing this video because I just want to add some context to it, and also to say some things because I believe that we can learn from it. So, Ejiro joined this group as when I was a prayer prophetic group like that, but it started with this lady, Joy Solomon. She would always post prophecies on her Instagram story, I believe, and Ejiro will be excited about those prophecies. She'll say this, she'll say that, she will mention Ejiro's name, and other people, just general prophecy. I'm sure some people saw it and people were excited about it. So one of the things I want to say to people that don't be too excited about stuff like that. Now, of course, I believe in prophecies, and I know that God can speak to you through different means, and prophecies are real and the rest. But a lot of people use it as a means to lure people. The Bible talks about fake prophets, so you will always expect it. So what I mean, don't be too excited about it. Test all spirit, as the Bible says, test all spirit. So I remember then Ejiro will be excited that somebody's calling her name and everything. And you know the way we all feel in church when a pastor calls your name, you're excited, like, finally it's your day and the rest. I know that feeling and the rest. So she joined them. There was this, they call it Nebaut Academy, where you pay some dollars, or $300 something and the rest, for like maybe 6 weeks or thereabout. And she started it. And I remember I was in the house at that time. She would join them. And I noticed there was this secrecy thing about them. So Ejiro can be in a Zoom meeting, having the meeting, while Joy Solomon and the others will be in the Zoom and the rest. And you pass. She would like cover her system or cover the phone, more like you can't see. So I noticed that. And I used to like, why are you guys guarding this thing like as if you can't tell? I remember then I was like, okay, who's the Joy Solomon that you said is the convener and the rest? She would say things like she's a prophet in the Bible. They were always living in isolation. They are like, come on, it doesn't make any sense. And one of the things I would say to people, know God for yourself, because when you know God for yourself, people cannot just bamboozle you anyhow. People cannot just tell you things. When I heard that, I was like, come on, prophets in the Bible that what? No. We have different prophets in the Bible. Some of them decided to live in isolation, but some of them were pronounced and the rest. But anyway, those were her tactics. I noticed that she was doing it in secrecy because I know that she knew that a day like this will come when the whole thing will burst, so people will not be able to find out. But anyway, she was attending. I remember at the time she even tried to lure my wife and I for us to join her and the rest. I think there was this general on the deal. We joined, but I just felt something was off about these people and the rest, with all their tattoos and piercings everywhere and stuff like that. I just felt no, there's something off about this. But she continued. At that point, she was she joined genuinely because she wanted to know God. She felt like these people were giving her much more than what she had heard from where she was and everything and the rest. But I began to feel that something was off. After a while, she stopped attending the church she was attending, which was Koza. And of course, the people told her she stopped going to Koza. I think she said they told her to go to Apostle Selman's place. But after a while, she wasn't going anywhere. Apostle Selman's Koza, she wasn't going. She was not dedicating her time to this group. And they were having meetings and the rest. She joined the Nebaut training and the rest. At that point, we just felt that there was something off about this, but we didn't do anything. Later, she said that she was closing her business, and if you knew her business, she was doing well. She makes clothes. She made clothes for a lot of prominent people, and the rest. She was really making good money. And she said she was going to shut down the business. I remember trying to discourage her that you don't have to shut down this business. If you're tired, if the business has been stressing you, there are better ways than the rest. Like joke, she sold the whole thing, closed it down, and she was at home doing nothing. 1 month, 2 months, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're worried. We're like, come on, something is up. And then when her rent was due, she couldn't renew the rent, and she said she was going to move out of the place. And we're like, do you really have to move out? Okay, we can find a way around it. We could pay the rent for you and everything. But at that point, she started shutting us out of it. So I was in Abuja. I was at my own place. But I noticed that she didn't even tell us when she moved out. I was like, come on, I'll come and help you move your things, or even help you sell your things. But she just told us that she has moved out. She's staying with a friend. She would sort herself that she's trying to have time with God. God will tell her what to do next. And I'm like, come on, there's something off here. You're saying God is telling you to close down your business. Now you can't pay your rent. And now you're waiting for God to tell you the next thing to do. I said, truly, God made some move like that in the Bible. God told Abraham, bring your son, everything. But there was a purpose in everything. And I said that even if it is, the Bible says you must be busy doing something. But at that point, she wasn't listening again because those guys were already speaking, influencing her and the rest. So that's how she cut off. But then I noticed that she hardly would pick call. She would not come when family were gathering together to do something and everything. And one particular day, I can't remember how we just suspected that, are you sure that Ejiro really moved out of that house and she's no more staying there? So one of my older sister and I, we went to that place in Abuja where she was staying in Jai, and we went to the house, and lo and behold, we found somebody else staying in the house. There was this guy called Tai, and I'm going to mention names because I want these people to come and speak out also, state their involvement, or tell the whole world I was part of them. Maybe I was deceived, I'm no more there, because I feel that some of these people, they hold some clues to us finding out who Ejiro is and some of these people. So this guy they called Tai, I've forgotten his surname, maybe I put his picture on this video, and we met him with his wife and I think one of a child or something living in the house. So at that point I was like, okay. And amazingly, Ejiro's things were staying intact. I'm talking about every single thing, our TV, our chairs, every single thing. We didn't go into the bedroom to know if anything, but everything, like as if she was still living in the house. So I said, okay, we're looking for Ejiro. Who are you and the rest? And I introduced ourselves, we're Ejiro's sibling. And you guys said they're friends, they're members of that group, that Abba Heart Ministry, and that do the About Academy. I'm like, okay, so how come you're here? And the guy said that he came to Abuja to do something, and he needed a place to stay. And Ejiro said she had a place to stay, and the guy could come stay there. He didn't add about, like, I don't understand. Ejiro told us that she had moved out of the house. She's going to stay with a friend somewhere else. She didn't tell us. How come you're the one staying here? And at that time, Ejiro was not picking our calls and everything. So at that point, I told the guy, I said, since you are communicating with Ejiro, let Ejiro know that we're looking for her, we're concerned, we're worried, what's going on. At that time, we didn't even know that things were really as bad as it's obvious today. And so the guy said he was going to reach out to Ejiro and everything. So we left. After a while, the guy said he spoke to Ejiro. Ejiro was like angry, why did we get involved in our business, blah 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 and everything. And later we also noticed that the guy stopped picking our call. Just noticed that the guy we didn't want to pick call again and the rest. So I remember speaking to the caretaker about it and everything, and the caretaker was like, truly, she was even wondering that Ejiro told her that this guy was her brother, that's thinking that I was the one. I said, no. How many brothers does Ejiro have? We're only two. I'm the one here in Nigeria, the other one is not in the country, so who else and everything. So the lady said the caretaker said she even suspected that something was fishy, so she put pressure on the guy that she want to see Ejiro, and that she didn't rent the house to the guy and everything. But cut long story short, the guy later moved out of the house. And that was how we couldn't reach the guy again. He wasn't picking his call, we couldn't find Ejiro and all the stuff. We began to ask questions, then we began to look. So we went to the website, so we began to search for them online. At that point, we noticed that they had gone offline on Instagram, they had deactivated their pages and everything, but at that time their website was still active. So we went to the website, I think it was www.Abba Heart Ministry or something like that. So we went there and we saw 3 videos of people that were sharing their experiences of how they did the academy and how their life changed and the rest. Put her name on the screen, but she owns this business called Newban, whatever, but I'm going to put Instagram handles and everything so people can also reach out to her.
My name is Stella, also known as Solutionary Stella of Nebayat alumni, October 2023 cohort.
Now I reached out to her, sent her ATM, and I saw your video on the website that you're part of these people. We can't reach you, what's going on, everything. I noticed that she did not respond to the chat. She did not even acknowledge it. I knew that something was up. My other sister even called her business, since she runs a spa in Lagos and Abuja, also called the business that she wanted to see their boss and the rest, and they were okay. We're going to so at the point where they were like, okay, the boss was not available. When the boss was not available, okay, we want to talk to the boss. The moment they told the boss, and the boss asked this lady, this Newban care lady or Newban beauty lady, and she found out that it was somebody related to Ejiro, about Ejiro, she immediately declined to talk. So we felt that something was fishy here. The only guy that spoke, he said that he was no more part of the group, and he had told them to take down this video, that he noticed that they were scammed, they were just everything that we found out today, that they are demonic, they're everything, that he had warned them to take down this video, that he to join them, wanting to know God and everything, but later found out that there was they were into a lot of things, and so the guy was even trying to help us and the rest, but he was no more part of the group. So, and once you leave the group, they will disconnect you because they know that you can go tell and everything. I'm going to try and stop this video now because of time. I don't want to make it too long. Maybe I'll do another video, but let me see how far I can go. So anyway, so that Newban lady, I want people to really ask her, try to do that close to her and everything, and ask her, you were part of this group, what's up? I used to be part of the group. Do you know Ejiro and everything? Because I believe that she has some information that can help us find Ejiro and also find this person that is part of this Joy Solomon of a lady. But anyway, to cut a long story short, one particular day I just received a call from a strange number, and lo and behold, it was Ejiro. We're like, oh, thank God, we've been looking for her. This was like maybe I think about 2 months or thereabout ago, or 3 months ago. And she just like, Ovi, where are you? And I said I was at the office and the rest. And she came with 2 other ladies. I'm going to put a clip of the video here. And she came with 2 other ladies, and they just burst into the office. And Ejiro just asked, myself and one of my other sisters were in the office together. And Ejiro just came, why are you looking for me? Why are you looking for me? Why are you going to spoil my name? Why are you telling me? Came with this angry fight. I'm like, Ejiro, calm down. We are bothered about you. We are concerned, and we've had some information about this group, and we're not comfortable and everything. And she started making noise. And notice that the 2 ladies that came with her and one other guy, there were 3. Immediately they entered the office, they all held their phone, they were recording. I was like, okay, what's going on? You can't come into our office and you're recording, please. Can you stop the record? And they were like, no, they're not going to stop that. The moment we took this matter online, it became their business and everything, more like speaking for her. At a point, like, okay, please, can you leave us? Want to talk to our sister? You would have heard the clip of my other sister saying, you want to talk to our sister. They were saying they're not going to leave her. At the point, I just got angry. I said, leave this office now. That I'm going to call security. They threw you out. They were still adamant, and the rest. Security came, was even trying to tell her. They were not willing to leave. Immediately, he got violent. I pulled, did everything, pulled them out of. So at the point, I just felt, wait, if these people leave, Ejiro is going to follow them, because Ejiro kept defending them and the rest. We now told security to lock the compound, that they are not even leaving. Let's go to the station. Since we are looking for my sister and we're looking for these people and the rest, that was how we locked the place. We insisted that we're all going to the station. At that point, they were trying to leave. We told them they couldn't leave. Ejiro was trying to leave also. But at that point, she was really fighting, insulting us, almost became violent, like as if we should leave her, that we have not been part of our life. You know, when somebody has been hypnotized and talking rubbish and the rest. And to cut long story short, we told someone to help us get some police officers. They came from Maitama police station, and I'm going to call the DP of Maitama, and I hope he sees this video. Told her that there's something fishy about this whole thing, and tried to make him see, but I don't know what happened, and I can't tell whether money exchangers or whatever, but I just noticed that this DP was just hostile towards us. We're just like, we were the ones that were at fault. That why did we throw them out of the office? That from the video that they showed him, that were violent, that almost injured the ladies and everything. And like, these people came barging in. They didn't want to listen. They're like, does this Ejiro look like she's held under captivity and everything? That we should all get out of the office. I'm talking about this whole thing happened for like hours, almost 6 hours, from our office to the first station to the second file. Like 3 different police stations we went to that day. And this happened maybe like 6-7 p.m. We were still at the police station, and the DPO said we should get out of his office and everything without even taking statement. And we're even telling that, see, if Ejiro leaves, we're not going to see her again and everything. That these people look like, go and investigate, because I've been hearing stories of different people that they've been doing the same thing too. Anyway, that's how the police dismissed all of us, and Ejiro left with them. Later, we told somebody to trace them, to just drive behind them and see, and we later found out they went to the airport that night about 8 p.m. I don't know how they even got a flight out of Lagos. And from our own investigation, found out they went to Lagos, Ikorodu, and staying somewhere that we don't know. But I'm saying this to say to everyone that the more we talk about this, you realize that a lot of people have had issues with the same people, and the more we talk about it, the more we bring different information, the more we'll be able to investigate. And I pray that the right authorities will take this up and do something. But I know that some people know this lady, or even the other ladies. There's a Fumi Obembe, one of the ladies that came to the office that day. There's one, I'm going to put their video so people can see that. And the particular guy, and I'm also calling out the Tai guy, they call him Bishop Tai also. He said he's no more part of them, that he too was deceived. So okay, come out, say I was part of this group, but I'm no more part of it, and tell us what you know and the rest. But the point I'm making is that people, please, don't be easily deceived. I know that Christianity has to do with faith and we trust a lot, but know God for yourself. I remember telling Ejiro all this, that it was so clear that these people, they were not genuine and the rest. They will give a prophecy. And anyway, that's not just it.
3 surgeries done. Ejiro didn't show up because of what she was instructed to. We kept trying to reach out to her. We couldn't get to Ejiro. While we could still reach out to her, I would send her messages, Ejiro, Jesus loves you. This is not the plan. And all of a sudden, she sold everything in her business. And then Ejiro used to live in an amazing apartment in Abuja. Like when I go there, it feels like I was living in heaven. I'm a small heaven, I would call it. they told Ejiro to leave her house. You know, they use this kind of scriptures in the Bible. They use kind of scriptures in the Bible, like God told Abraham to sacrifice his own son. So then they will bring it and say, God can tell Abraham, who are you? And then they told her, God said, leave everything, take only one bag. And then they put a couple that is also in that same Naboth group to go stay in Ejiro's house. One Minister Taye was the one they now put in Ejiro's house. And the guy stayed there for 1 year. Then Ejiro started living in hotels. Then she would not pick calls. Ejiro would not pick calls. But she would reply when she can. You would know that it's not convenient or there's something she's hiding from. But you know me, I have coconut head. I will keep reaching out to Ejiro because I'm troubled. I can't find my fighting partner anymore. I can't find my sister that loves me. My fashionable sister that when she sees me, when I go visit Ejiro, you will know that I met with a fashionista that will style me so well. Ejiro was so good that she could attract. Style by Ejiro was, in fact, let me tell you people something. Ejiro is a perfectionist. Single women, single ladies, vulnerable. In fact, they even go for married women. I hear by some of their members that some women had to leave their marriages. That's why I said, know God for yourself. When they bring those kind of nonsense to you, if your spiritual antenna is on point, you will know the response to give them. And so, when I got tired of all this, of trying to reach out, why we didn't really, you know, start fighting this group was because we could still reach Ejiro. And all of a sudden, I had sent Ejiro some pictures this year, beginning of this year. The last time I chatted with her was, I said her Merry Christmas, and then she responded last year. Not knowing, we didn't know where she went throughout last year. I tried to track her down. I'll let her know, Ejiro, you're here, Ejiro, you're there. And then she would warn me, stop looking for me. I'll tell her, Ejiro, what about your mother? Is this how it's going to be? I didn't give up. She would fight me. Of course, I know she's not in her right frame of mind, but I wouldn't give up. And when I couldn't reach Ejiro again, then I flagged it. I said something is not right. Ejiro's number for 4 days has not gone through. And that was when I involved the police. And that was when this whole madness with their group started. And then we started, now, let me tell you something. I know women I'm going to say this now. Women that are successful or that shows to be successful on social media. Because I don't know if they're successful or not. I'm only going to speak for myself. I noticed that these people also advertised this group. And so I started reaching out to them. The first person I reached out to was Newborn Beauty. What's her name? Stella Indikile. I reached out to Stella Indikile. I called. I said I wanted to speak to Stella Indikile. Whoever picked up the phone from Newborn Beauty said I should tell them what it is. I said I want to speak to her personally. That has to do with a missing person's case. They said, okay, I have to give the information before they can tell her. They immediately I mentioned my sister. That has to do with Naboth. Immediately I mentioned my sister. They told me they will get back to me. I waited for the call, and then they said, we're sorry, she's not going to talk to you. Or, I mean, you can't reach her. I tried calling, I tried acting as if I wanted to book an appointment so that I could speak with her. Immediately they just hear my voice, they will just cut the call. So, Stella Indikile, I've tried to reach you to ask you where is my sister. You have not responded. And by the time they hit, and then the next person I reached out to was Joy Irokwe, Joy C or something like that, of Oriki Spa. She's also involved. She also marketed the group. A lot of people have sent me DMs yesterday when this whole thing blew up when Madam NHM posted it. They sent me a message to say Joy C was part of it, that they joined the group because of Joy C. I reached out to Joy C on one international number, no response. Yesterday I checked their status. They were both on their way out of Nigeria. And then I sent a message to Stella Ndikile yesterday. I said, to our personal DM, I said, Stella, you are living your life. Your business didn't stop. You guys are in the same group. Why is my sister's life on hold and yours is continuing? Of course, I'm not going to get any response. But then it's no longer in our hands. The authority are involved. And I'm saying this because I know the next thing Ejiro would come outside and say she's fine, she's a consenting adult, and all of that. Ejiro, you see this video, I love you, but you have to come out and you have to see your family and we have to talk. Because we know that is not God's plan for you. And this Joy Solomon, what we've heard about her, it's not shocking to me because I know false prophets and their shenanigans and their madness and whatever they bring to the table.
So as I was saying, Ejiro's family in the past, as at last year, tracked her and they were able to find her location using her phone a few times. But sometime after that, Joy Solomon gave them new SIM cards and insisted that they all start using the new SIM cards so that their families cannot reach them anymore. And that was how the family have not been able to reach Ejiro, and in fact that's why the story is out here now. Nobody knows if Ejiro is still alive or not. A lot of people, women, are missing with their children. The family have said that the authorities are on it. I don't know what's going to happen because majority of those who advertised this group on their pages have disappeared. The sister said some of them are on their way out of the country as we speak. She saw it on their WhatsApp statuses yesterday. I'm so confused. Where is Ejiro? The man who took over our house said he has left the group and left the house. Said a lot of things on NHN's page, but no solid evidence or lead as to how to get Joy. I think the authorities should grab him and make him take them to the motels and all the places where he even had to stay. And he said some other church members or some other group members were there as well. If they talk to them, I'm sure they'll be able.
Una see the story when they play, so as the sisters were concerned about Ejiro whereabouts. My people, they said they get WhatsApp group. My people, a lot of people. This ministry has been going on apparently very. They said they are very secretive. You know, hear the brother they talk and say even when the sister there for a Zoom meeting or all those meetings when they talk to their members. He said they even won't make anybody see. It could be like saying a secret court. My people. Make I read some of the names of people who are there for inside the court, so because they talk say, hey, not be smart in my people. Anyway, I don't need to read them. I go just post them one by one. If you know say your sister name there for there, if your sister has been missing since you don't know where it's at, maybe they tell you say they travel, they go abroad. But according to what I hear, so say that they are team where they talk, or they go say that they go abroad, they won't travel. Now maybe they sell their properties. Meanwhile, they not travel anywhere. They camp them for only God knows where. We are making this post so that government will be aware. EFCC, the law enforcement, they go pick up this case and do proper investigation. Because it not make sense. Say person go isolate himself for family say because he want to serve God. That one don't turn to court, my people. So now the names now they see. So if you know say you see your sister, your family member name for there, make you know say she's not missing on she there for inside this court when they say they disappear. So my people not be smarting. Now the ongoing story when I carry con give on now. As soon as they see, as soon as so the names them be for here, now so the names them be. Them plenty, oh, they plenty. And as we dey hear, they thought some of them they thought they don't come out. Now like they never come out too, because the brainwashing not be here at all. The brainwashing that not be here. They carry their, you can hear when even this man, this bishop, thought say the woman give her 10 million naira, 10 million naira, even send her $1,000 cash. They asked me, say, where she for the stack of money after, because according to him, he said that they struggle for ministry. All of a sudden, the money just come from nowhere. They want to say where the money they come from. Now, all these, their members, when they don't cash mugu, when they don't hypnotize, when they don't brainwash, now then they go sell their properties. They use and say that they support the work of God. They don't know, say, this one don't turn to another thing. So, my people, now the matter when I say I carry accountable for now. This one now hot gist where they share. So don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.